Hello, welcome. If you're joining for the first time, tarot readings are just cards. They're just cards that show different parts of your life experience. Certain ones are themed, so like they can show things about the future, things about self-care, things that relate to animals, different words like prosperity or even death and criminal activity, whatever. And they're just really fun, and I think it's good for anyone who just wants to discover themselves, look at their situation from a different perspective. And tarot readers, they're more like life coaches as well as people who you can just vent to and have like a listening ear, get some extra advice, get confirmation that you've been seeking, get that support. And yeah, overall, really fun, really easy. And what we have is a reading for Logan, and this is about will we stay together? So, firstly, tarot doesn't predict the future, and this is a really emotionally charged question. And with questions like this, there can be a lot of desperation energy, there can be a lot of lack, and it's hard to get like a clear answer. I can already tell from this question. And so the better question to ask is, what is my relationship life gonna look like? Or what am I going to learn from this relationship? If you want to stay with this person, I suggest using the law of assumption, law of attraction, law of the mind, and just imagining, hey, this person loves me. Hey, I have nothing to worry about. Or even though I'm worrying, that doesn't mean that things are falling apart. Just because I'm thinking, oh, this person is acting like this, they could change tomorrow. And start confirming positivity into your reality, and don't don't focus on TV, don't focus on songs about cheating because that could, bring that up more. Don't focus on songs about heartbreak and horrible relationship life. You don't want that get into your head. So, on to this reading. I'm still going to attempt to answer this question, but just remember the answer is for the current energies right now, and anything can change, nothing set in stone. So we got the veil, and it says the future. So just by this imagery, I'm thinking Rihanna Anti album. Why? Because it's red and it's just similar. So with her album art cover, it basically represented a crown being over a child's head, meaning that you're a child and you can't see your success. You can't really see your greatness because the crown is over your head. And some children, they know they're great. They grow up with like confidence out the womb because their parents are like really supportive, but others, I feel like they just can't imagine, I'm gonna be big, I'm gonna be successful, I can do all of these things. Oh wow, I just grew up and I thought I wouldn't even make it out. I was so depressed as a kid. So what I'm getting in regards to your relationship, I'm getting that you don't know the success. So what the veil represents is basically, a veil is like a thin layer separating you between your divine higher self. And I'm also seeing it as separating you between the life you want and the reality that you're living now, and how anything can change just from a moment. Because other worlds are closer to you than you think. Like, another way of being is closer in your reach than you think. So I'm seeing that, will you guys be together? Yes. And what I get from this is shifting timelines. So this is a concept where you can literally jump into a different type of universe. Some people say they know they shifted timelines because, oh, there was like a building outside their house, and next thing you know, it magically disappeared like it was never there. Or you see like the Bernstein Bears and the whole butterfly effect thing, where things that people remembered just never happened. And this could be signs of like, there's a shift in this timeline. That's something to consider, but that's also what I'm getting from this card. You're closer to like the reality that you want to happen. As well, this book represents some history. So the book about the card. And it says the ancient Celts used to call the time of the longest night of the year. Oh, call the time of the longest night of the year Samhain, Solheim. They believed that there was a misty veil that separated the world of the dead and the living, but on 2 nights of the year, Samhain and Beltane, the shortest night, that the veil would thin. The fineness of the veil meant ancestors were closer than ever, and even the gods would be close. So, yeah, that's interesting. So, with your relationship life, I'm seeing that you're demanding more of what you want. As well, I'm getting that we got the Three of Cups, and what I'm sensing is you're feeling like everybody's fallen in love except you. Maybe you've been looking at too many TV shows, too much social media, and you feel like it's not for you, but I'm seeing it is. In this Three of Cups, like 3 is a magic number. You got everything. You got the strength, justice, temperance, all in 3. Strength representing stability, representing loyalty throughout your relationships, you know, being able to communicate when times are hard. Temperance, you know how to compose yourself. Maybe you feel like you're a mess. You aren't. You're already thinking about how to take into account other people's feelings, which makes you a perfect partner anyway. Justice, you do what's right. Boom. And it's not just something sitting out for somebody else. So, in regards to your relationship life. So we got a Queen of Wands in reverse. This shows perfectionism. So someone's very much like, I'm not gonna listen to you. I'm gonna do things my way. And someone may come into your life who's very judgmental. But this card could also be saying they're open to change, open to listening up. And I feel like, hey, now that you know what could possibly be a problem, you can change it. You can work on it. So I'm seeing that someone is feeling burnt out because we got a Four of Swords in reverse. And maybe this could symbolize a failed relationship and carrying wounds from that relationship. And I'm seeing that you need recovery, or someone is going to need recovery from it. It says focus on self-care. Recovery is slow, but it's coming. So I'm getting a card that represents youthfulness, and so I'm thinking Sasha Sloan. Immediately, she has this song about her parents and how she watched them grow up. As she was growing up, she saw them fighting, and how that carried on into her relationships, and she started to learn that, hey, parents don't have it all together. And yeah, they might not be the best role models to base your relationships off of. So with this card, I'm just getting inner child healing and breaking just a generational curse. Maybe if there was like a history of bad relationships, never saw them before. So this card is the Two of Wands, and it also represents distractions. So don't get distracted. And a song I'm getting is Don't Go Chasing Waterfalls. And how I interpret it isn't like don't stay stagnant and boring. I mean, don't go chasing waterfalls. Don't expect a relationship to be full of drama. Don't expect it to be like craziness every single day. Because, hey, a good relationship can literally be calm and content and no arguing, okay? As well, I'm getting the Sea. So there's new experiences. There's new opportunities. There are lovely things all around you. The question is, do you go for them or just stay where you are? If you're feeling adventurous, this is a good time to make a decision. Either chase the toy or don't. So what I'm getting from this card overall is don't get caught up in distractions, like feeling like you're not good enough. That's what I'm thinking the distractions could be. And then you can chase after, like, there's so many beautiful people that you want to be with, and there's so much to choose from, so much to experience and then learn from. And maybe this is a sign that you're polyamorous. Maybe you'll find somebody who's into that type of relationship, or it's just a sign that you're with somebody who's good at becoming new people every day. You know, like how some people, they switch up their makeup, their clothes, wardrobe, whatever, and they can just look different or just have that personality that's just changes. not in like a bad way, but just in a fun way. So, of course. And that's what I'm getting. And it's just like, it's up to you. Like, if that's what you want, hey, go for it. If that's not what you want, you don't got to. But you do have options and you can make big moves. Okay, and then the final card we got is, so in this Five of Pentacles, I'm seeing that you guys in your relationship life, you may have financial hardship. So maybe it's like you guys start living together and maybe someone loses their job. But I'm seeing that it's not going to be a big problem, because in the Five of Pentacles, you got love, you got each other. And if it's not representing financial struggle, it could represent emotional hardship of like what's been going on in the outside world. So maybe someone's an activist and they need to take time for self-care and not just look at bad things are happening, but I have to tell you, more bad things are happening. I'm seeing that could be possible in your relationship. Like, somebody could just be focused on the world is just horrible. That's what I'm getting also from this card. So in regards to your relationships, this is just a little heads up, but overall, love and companionship, you do got that. And that is also a form of wealth as well. You're gonna make it through, because a lot of people have been saying we're broke. I'm pretty sure a lot of people said we can't make it out, and you know what, they did. They're fine. I'm also getting that this could be a sign that someone's willing to stick around with you in your hardest moments, and you guys are gonna make it through, and they actually care about you feeling good about yourself and succeeding. So if you've been struggling with depression and maybe you heard, oh, no one's gonna love me unless I love myself, it's like, actually no, there are people who are willing to love you and stick around with you and understand what you're going through. So don't feel too messy or crazy like you're bringing problems in, because no, you're not. So those were the cards from the cat deck, and now we got our little self-care oracle cards, right? And it says, trust the process. You are divinely guided and supported. See the bigger picture. And we have time to simplify. Keep it simple. Find your flow state. Choose joy and ease. So flow state is basically your state of acceptance and just knowing that you're one with the world. You ain't gotta be overly angry, overly sad. You're just in a nice neutral state. Maybe not extremely like happy, jumping for joy, but you got that quiet happiness that I know I'm good, and you can just forget about all the problems that you used to think about. And you know, you're in your state of flow. You're being like water. You're going with every change. And then time to simplify. I guess it's like seeing that something, maybe being grateful. Maybe you're making things harder than they really have to be, like your goals or something. These two cards are just for like tips for self-care, really. And then trusting the process. You know, you have your inner knowing, you're divinely guided, you're supported. And the bigger picture is just your feelings and your emotions. That's a big part of being able to sense other people's energies. That's a big part of like knowing the bigger picture, is just knowing, hey, I'm safe. It's safe to be myself as well. Knowing I'm a part of something way bigger, and I am connected to that as soon as I have my different emotions to something, my different feelings, my gut feelings. This is also a card saying you have great intuition. So thank you, and I hope you enjoyed your reading.